And good morning, Paul.
Good morning.
Welcome to Monday. It's a wet day.
It's a wet day.
Do you like the rain?
You know what they say?
What?
It's a rainy day in Griswold. I don't know the rest of the words.
Who the hell says that?
That was a song.
It was rainy day in Griswold?
No, Georgia.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that song before in my
Just
life.
changed it.
Never heard that song in my life.
The rainy day in Georgia. You never heard that song?
No.
Oh, yes, you have.
No, not at all. Oh,
yes, you have.
rainy day in Georgia. Yeah, I have. I've heard
Yeah.
that.
Well, I just changed it to Griswold because it's raining. Come on, get with it, man.
Well, all right. Well,
We can change anything we want.
it's the Monday morning show with
Yeah.
Mike with a Waslick, but no Waslicks today with Paul Ash. So.
Yeah. It's Dr. Mike show.
That's right, Paul. It was in Paul's contract that I had to get him some sort of a more comfortable seat to sit in. So I made sure I got him a couch.
Right.
So if Paul wants to, he can lay down.
Well, you know what happens when you get old? The backside gets bony.
You're the one that chose that chair.
Yeah, that was a hard one.
So this is the second day of our new set.
Yeah.
We'll add things to it as we go, but it's
Coffee
interesting.
bar.
Yeah. Tomorrow, we have our first guest in our new set. Yep. We'll have Scott Davis in.
Oh, Scott's
Board
coming
of Finance. Yeah. So we'll be talking about Board of Finance stuff.
Oh, cool.
I guess that's what you talk about.
Is he the chair of the board?
He is not.
Oh, he's not.
No. They don't have a chair right now.
Oh, okay.
Since Alex Greslak went ahead and resigned and moved to Florida.
Yeah.
They don't have
a chair.
They don't have a chair yet. So
yeah, let's see.
Dan Webster is the vice chair, and I guess he's the acting.
He's acting.
I guess because he's the one that's submitting all the agendas and stuff for meetings.
Yeah.
For the Board of Finance.
Yeah, the agenda just came out.
Yeah.
The Finance Board's agenda just came out. I just got a copy of it last Friday, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess the senior center is looking for some extra some money.
Yeah.
To go ahead and finish some projects that had not been finished yet.
Yeah. I mean, don't they still have money in their kitty from the 1.2 they got?
Yeah. See, now that there's the misconception because people will be coming on going, what do you mean they need more money? What is that? Blah, 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 blah.
That's their money to begin with.
Well, yeah, they ended up with a grant with $1.2 million. And then there was another one for $400,000.
Oh.
So they actually got 1.6.
Wow.
So there's plenty. So they're just asking for their money. I'm assuming, that's how it's working.
I would think so, yeah. Because I think a lot of people didn't realize that they did get their money.
Yeah.
And paid the town back, which was important.
Yeah.
That's an important thing. So the senior center really, although it went through all that chaos, when it was first built,
You're talking about that extra $750,000.
$750,000.
That got paid.
I got paid back.
Yep.
Yeah. So
nobody really can say much about that.
Can't really complain about that. So and now they're pretty much, everybody complained, everybody bitched, but nobody realized. See, that's what happens in a lot of things. You get accused of something, and then people forget about it. But then it gets resolved. But yet you never get credit for, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody hears about it.
Nobody hears about it, so they still think whether you're guilty or you didn't do this. That's what happens.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
So the money that the senior center is looking for is really their
own money.
Their own money.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens like that. But we'll have Scott Davis talking about that tomorrow.
Oh, good.
And other things, all things Board of Finance.
Yeah, you're going to have to set up a third mic then.
Have to reel him in too. He gets wild.
Man, you got to make 3 spaces.
Scott Davis gets crazy.
Oh, he does. When it comes to talking dollars, man, he's right up there.
I've always enjoyed conversations with Scott.
Yeah, he's very knowledgeable when it comes to finance.
And he's a genuine nice fella.
Yes, he is.
So,
yeah, I agree. I like Scott.
Anyway. Yeah. So that's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Here's some interesting town news.
Uh-oh.
Have you heard? And I wish there was more people here to hear this, but I don't think there's anybody actually even here this morning. But that's okay. That's what happens with these shows. They People watch him through the day. And
Yeah.
did you know that since the current first selectman, Dana Bennett,
Yeah.
lost the primary
Yeah.
against Wayne Mallon. So now it'll be Wayne Mallon and Tina Falk duking it out for the first selectman spot.
Right.
Did you know that Dana Bennett has now resigned from the as being the chairperson of the Republican Town Committee?
Oh, she did. Oh.
She resigned. So she's no longer the chair of the Republican Town Committee.
Gotcha. So,
So
what are they going to do? Elect a new one?
well, I'm assuming. I bet you they're gonna wait till after the elections. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably wrong about that, but
Yeah.
I
I didn't know that
have
she
to wait and
resigned.
see.
I didn't know that she had resigned.
Yeah, just a few days ago, she
Yeah.
resigned. And the last Board of Selectmen meeting was canceled. So there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is she going to, is any word out that she's going to go on as a unaffiliated candidate?
I mean,
I
there's
think
always the rumor.
I think she can if she wanted
Yeah,
to.
she can go, but she has to. From what I understand, the process is you have to petition. Hold on, I have it right here. I'll tell you exactly what the process is. Give me 1 second, and I will tell you. Give me 5 seconds.
5 seconds. 5,001, 1,002.
Give me 10 seconds.
1,003.
All right. So she has to register with the Secretary of State by October 24th.
Oh, that's plenty of time.
And I'm assuming she can run as unaffiliated. But I think she would have to. I don't know if she can do that.
Why not?
As a Republican?
No, she probably would resign from.
But you'd have to have 90 days. There's a 90-day.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I know. That's what I.
Well,
I don't know,
there's a similar situation going on in one of the towns in the western part of the state where the guy lost, and he's going to run unaffiliated candidate on the ballot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a Democrat primary that he lost. So I don't know if it makes much difference. I don't see why not. If you just go unaffiliated.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever it is, he's already made.
Or a write-in candidate.
Yeah, well, he's already made the note that he's going to run. So it's the same situation. So, yeah, it'd be interesting if she decides to run. I don't know. I mean, you can do what you want.
Sure.
If you want to run.
Sure. I mean, I don't know if she's going to.
Yeah, that's her decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad, Dana Bennett has resigned as the chair of the Republican Town Committee.
Yeah. Well, she's still a selectman. She hasn't resigned.
She's still the first selectman, yes.
Right. She hasn't resigned.
She hasn't resigned from that.
No.
But she has resigned, as the Republican Town Committee chair.
Yeah.
Which I can read to you.
Yeah.
Actually. It's dated September 16th. This is to notify you that as of today, I'm resigning as chairperson of the Griswold Republican Town Committee. It has been an honor to have this position, and we have had excellent success winning Republican seats in the town of Griswold. I wish you all well going forward. Best regards, Dana Bennett.
Well, that was cordial.
Very professional, very cordial. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
yeah, well, good point.
Do you think maybe that is a sign from her saying, well, maybe it's time to move on?
It could be
to other things. So that means, will she run?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I still think she'll end up on the ballot somehow, some way.
Well, she'd have to be the you'd have to go in as a unaffiliated then. Otherwise, you won't be on a ballot
or write in.
or write-in.
Yeah. So, but you know, I mean, who knows?
You
We'll
never
have to
know.
wait and see.
Who knows? I mean, she did get.
And she had to finance it all herself.
Yeah, true.
There would be no money from any of the parties.
Right. But she did get votes in the primary. So
Yeah.
And that was just Republicans. I mean, there could be some Democrats out there that, or people who didn't vote originally that could
we don't
vote
know.
for her. I mean, yeah.
We absolutely don't know. We
Don't
don't.
know.
We never know how these things are gonna pan out.
I can
Well, you
understand
just
why
don't.
she would resign, because if you didn't get the backing of your committee, why would you want to stay in charge of the committee? So I could understand that.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that's what's happening there.
Yeah. Well,
And so going forward, so there's going to be a new chairperson
yeah.
of the RTC.
Oh, there you go.
What do you know about that?
Yeah. How about that? Well, time will tell who it is.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know, Bob.
I know.
Don't know, Bob.
Yeah.
Why can't I?
Oh.
I'm trying to change something here for you,
Oh, are you?
but it's only giving me. Let's see if I can go to this one.
Oh,
I'm still playing with this system a lot.
yeah. Oh,
So.
well.
See if this will work.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
I get lips behind me.
Oh, what the hell's that behind you?
Lips. I don't know. It's just weird.
It is kind of weird. It looks like a big red circle.
But I can't choose anything for you.
Oh, it's all right.
I can do
Oh,
nothing.
yours went away.
Yeah, I took it off.
Yeah.
Brad says the Republicans didn't endorse her. There's got to be some frustration with that, which impacts her will to serve.
Yeah.
Which
makes
is
sense.
true. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I mean,
gotta be.
How can you be the chair if you got your people within your party that don't support you? You know, I mean, any decision.
That's going to be difficult.
That's got to be
It's gotta
hard.
be
So I can
difficult,
understand.
and,
I can understand why that happened.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's sad for anybody.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
especially if in your heart of hearts you're trying to do your best,
Right.
but you don't have the support
Yep.
of the people around you. So,
Right.
So there you go. So that's that. We're not gonna go ahead and stick with that, but
Yeah.
I just felt it was relevant to
Yeah, I didn't
tell
even-
people that.
Yeah.
For those of you who didn't know,
I did
has
not know
resigned
she had resigned.
as the RTC chair.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say, "Well, I heard Dana Bennett resigned." What?
Yeah.
They're going to say, "Well,"
I don't
but it's
think it
not
was
as board of
that.
selectmen. She didn't
Right.
resign as board of selectmen in the Griswold or first selectman.
That's still on.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I wouldn't think she would do anyway.
No, but I would think. So, okay, let's look at it this way. This is the way I look at it. Tell me if you see it, in a different light. But if Joe Biden was to say that I'm not running again, how effective do you think he would be as a current president? I'm not running again. Where are my jammies? No, but I'm serious. If he decided he wasn't, and he said, I'm not going to run again, then pretty much makes him a lame duck president, right?
Yeah.
What happens? He's essentially would lose pretty much all his power at that point.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. I
Well, you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but
Now they're really not listening to Joe.
good old Joe. Like I said, the latest thing I heard about Joe is he was a professor at the University of Pennsylvania.
No one's disputing the fact that he's had a history and is very well educated. No one's ever disputed that.
No, it's another one of he taught democracy for 4 years as a professor. I mean, it's another one of his. I just think he thinks that I mean,
again,
I don't think he ever taught anything.
well, regardless, he's an educated man,
Well, of course he went to
as is Dr. Jill Biden.
he went to school,
Right.
so he's educated.
But nobody's doubting that. No one is
Yeah,
disputing
nobody's
that
doubting
fact at
it.
all.
It's just that some of the stuff he comes out with.
What they're disputing is now,
what he says.
and
Yeah.
all the faux pas and falling down, and and he gets made fun of a lot in the press,
Not only here, around
all over the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you do?
Yeah.
So if he said, I'm not running anymore, that would be terrible for the entire Democratic Party, not just for Joe Biden. I mean, that would be like a lame duck president.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I mean, I think he's going to run, but I also think he's going to get demolished.
I think at the last minute he's gonna.
You think so?
Yeah.
For who? Kennedy? Oprah?
No, Kennedy.
The Rock?
Kennedy is going to run as an independent, as an unaffiliated,
Okay.
because he.
Michelle Obama? Who knows? Who knows?
Like there was the article about Kennedy. And he's the one that he was talking about. The whole system is corrupt.
Who, Kennedy?
Yeah, I don't think he's well liked by any Democrats, not at all. But he was. There's an article about him talking about the whole system being corrupt.
Yeah.
So, but he's going to run as independent, or not independent, but unaffiliated on a ticket. Yeah.
So
Which will really screw it up, because now you're going to have 3 candidates possibly. Yeah. So
it's funny because all right. So what was it? 1 year it was Bush, Perot, and who else?
I don't know.
See, Perot was only there. I mean, the only purpose he served was taking votes from
that's
a
what
Republican
happens.
candidate.
That's what happens.
That's really it.
So think about that. I mean, if you want to be if you're disgruntled, right, which Kennedy probably is, if he went on a ticket to run, he could be taking away votes from the Democrats.
So this is probably what mid 90s. So it was Bush.
Yeah. It was a long time since Perot was on it.
Huh?
Yeah, a long time.
Where is everybody this morning?
I don't know.
Where is everybody this morning?
Well, they're staying inside because it's wet.
Well, this is generally an inside activity.
I don't know what to tell you what people are. I really don't.
I don't know. I mean, it's not a holiday that we missed, is there?
So if you were a disgruntled candidate and you ran on, you kind of wonder what's going to happen here.
You mean in the first selectman race? We don't know.
I mean,
We don't know.
you think about it. Well, I mean, and I don't know. I can't say that she's going to do or she's not going to do. But if she did run it as unaffiliated, that's take away votes.
Who was what was the name of the lady from Alaska that ran?
Oh yeah,
And it wasn't Ferraro.
No. She was the governor.
She kind of looked like Tina Fey.
No.
Yeah, she did. She was kind of hot like Tina Fey.
I know, but she's the governor. She was the governor.
Right. Who was she?
I can't think of her name. She ran it.
Sarah Palin. Oh, Laura, you are there. Good morning, Laura.
Yeah, Sarah Palin. She ran with.
She ran with the Masked Singer last season.
Yeah, they all were on the Masked
They're
Singer.
all trying to be relevant. Even Rudy Giuliani.
He was on it,
and they booed him off the stage, and judges took off because they didn't want to be there with him.
That's just
was
being
dumb,
stupid. That's just being stupid. Yeah. Yeah, she ran with the guy, the senator from. He died. What the hell was his name? Shit.
Lloyd Benson. No.
She ran as his VP. Man,
oh God!
Look it up. Who ran with Sarah Palin for president? You'll recognize the name. Yeah.
Who ran with Sarah Palin for president? John McCain.
There you go. Yeah.
Did he die?
Yeah, he had brain cancer.
Oh, that poor man.
Yeah.
I mean, Palin is only 59.
Yeah.
Surprised she's not. Why did she stop? Does anybody know?
I don't know. She could see Russia from her house. That's all I remember.
She's like this, going, "They're coming."
Yeah.
Court. Good morning, Court. How are you?
Yeah.
Because I don't think President Biden will be the candidate. I think it will be someone not in the current process. He's a placeholder until they are ready.
Yeah. I mean, the guy from California said he's not running.
Okay.
That's what he said. So it wouldn't be the governor of California.
Is it going to be The Rock?
I hope not.
He's I know it sounds like a joke, but he's gaining momentum.
Yeah. What's he? I don't know. Just because you got money.
Look,
it all comes down to money.
Okay, and they all said that about Ronald Reagan too.
Yeah.
Well, I was in for 2 terms. Yes.
Yeah.
Fully.
But he was the governor of California too.
Right. But
So he had some political experience. What's The Rock got? Nothing. He's got no political.
Okay.
He's got no political.
you don't need
experience.
that these days.
Yeah.
You don't need that. You need clout. You
Yeah.
need social media clout.
Well,
That's really it.
that's probably today, but I don't know. I would never vote for The Rock.
I'm not saying you would. Or
I'm just
wouldn't.
saying.
I'm just
I hope that they're smart enough to put somebody in there that get along with both sides, because that's what we need today. We need people that are going to run. They're going to take the parties and throw them out
Mhm.
and act for what the people want. If you get a person in there like that, they're going to win.
So, folks, let me ask you a question. If The Rock was to run, would you consider voting for him in a presidential election?
Good question.
Laura says The Rock is the people's candidate. And I can see his slogan now. Vote for Dwayne The Rock Johnson, laying the smackdown on America.
Yeah.
You just smell what The Rock is cooking. Erica says, no, I would not vote for The Rock. Would you vote
I would
for
not
The
vote
Rock?
for The
Okay.
Rock.
All right.
No. That's why they have to put somebody in there that I think it's got to be the people's candidate.
Brad says, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Maybe if he had a better movie. No. I mean, he's the biggest Hollywood star going right now.
Yeah, but we don't need Hollywood in there.
You know what's weird? The 2 busiest actors are The Rock and John Cena.
Yeah.
And where'd they come from?
Wrestling.
WWE.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy. So no one's voting for The Rock, huh?
No. No. Nobody's
Gonna
voting.
lay the smackdown.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. Somebody's going to come out of the woodwork.
Mm-hmm. Oprah. What about Oprah? Would you vote for Oprah?
No.
No.
I wouldn't vote for
All
her.
right.
No, I wouldn't vote for Oprah. No.
She'd institute the Book of the Month Club nationally.
I wouldn't vote for Obama either. Michelle
Obama?
No. Only because she hates America. She said it I don't know how many times.
Dennis in Utah says, I can smell what The Rock is promising. Oh.
No.
How about Kanye West?
He was going to run.
Brad says, just kidding.
He just got him and his girlfriend just got arrested or indecent exposure.
He's a moron.
Did you see that? I guess they were over in France. Indecent exposure.
Erica says TV stars don't equal presidents. Well, that is true. I agree with that. But then again, you have Ronald Reagan, who was an actor for the biggest part. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, Arnold can't run because he's not an American citizen.
Right, he's Austrian. But
he was the governor of California. So I think he did have some political experience, just like Reagan did.
okay,
So even though he was an actor, he still had political experience.
I understand that. So are you saying to me that Dwayne Johnson becomes the governor of Florida, and now he is ready to run for president?
Gillis did it. As long as he has no political experience whatsoever. He'd be a sitting duck, because you got to know how to play the game.
Okay,
you got to play the game.
You just said it. You got to know how to play the game. How do you know they don't know how to play the game? How do you know that these proverbial or possible candidates don't have people in their camp that know how to play the game? Okay, next thing you know, you've got someone like The Rock hiring Stephanopoulos.
Well,
right?
Yeah.
Right. Do you think Joe Biden knew how to play the game?
Joe Biden knew how to play the game. Joe Biden has spent 40-something years in the Senate. So Joe Biden...
But he didn't pull the strings. Nobody can tell me he pulled the strings. No,
not now.
Right.
Because he doesn't have any strings to pull. he's the only thing that the strings that he's got is somebody who's pulling his strings.
So, yeah.
But he's never always been like that.
He's a front.
He's a front.
That's it.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't The Rock be a front? Why wouldn't Oprah be a front?
Well,
it's a distraction.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, the way the political climate is today, anybody could run. Gumby for president, damn it. Yeah. You know, I mean, it could happen. No, well, Gumby couldn't happen. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Right now, the two of them are not very popular, especially with the fire in Hawaii. The two of them are not... A lot of the people in Hawaii are not happy with those two individuals.
With The Rock and Oprah.
Right.
Yeah. A couple of billionaires, and they're saying, hey, send us money.
Yeah.
We're not giving any of ours.
Right. So a lot of people are unhappy with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Somebody's going to come out of the woodwork within the next, by the end of the year. Somebody's going to have to, you can't wait till the last minute to come up with somebody. It isn't going to be Kamala Harris.
Kamala,
yeah, Kamala, yeah, Kamala. Kamala.
Kamala Chameleon?
Yeah, I don't know.
So what do you guys think? Who do you think would be a decent candidate for president moving forward? Because I think there's a general assumption that Joe Biden is not running, or he's not fit, or he's not whatever. Yeah. The other thing is that, I hate to say it. Well, no, I don't really hate to say this, but is Trump just kind of riding on ego now?
Yeah.
And both these gentlemen are almost 80. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Would you want to be president at 80 years old?
No.
Okay. So there you go. You'll have, I remember the last election, and I just kept shaking my head and saying, this is the best we got.
I know.
I mean,
because money, it's money. It comes down to money. Yeah. That's what it is. I honestly don't know. I mean, somebody's going to come out of the woodwork.
Okay. So who? You know what I mean? I mean,
see, we're not that close to what's happening. And,
So Brad says, let's stop making America look like a damn joke. It's like America is a class clown.
We are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's what we look like around the world. It would be taken advantage of by all of our enemies. Look what China's doing. They're secretly doing all this crap, and we know they're doing it, but they're getting away with it. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen 10 years from now? We're going to be.
It's going to happen 2 years from now.
We don't know. I mean, we got to get somebody in there that's going to stand up. And I don't know. I don't know who that person is. I don't think it should be Trump either.
No.
See, there you go. There's a fine example of somebody not playing the political game. Trump had no political experience whatsoever. They beat him up bad because he was trying to break off. You got to play the game, and he didn't play the game. Played his own game, which got him in big trouble. And so now he's in big trouble again. So,
Okay.
So we'll see. I mean, who the Republican? Look at the list of Republican candidates they have, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Well, that happens every time, though.
I know. Well, yeah.
There's always a
Who
plethora.
the hell is going to win the nomination? I don't think it should be Trump. See, a lot of people.
That's why I'm asking the question.
Well, I think what's happened here is because everybody was doing very well under Trump. Inflation, gas prices were down, food prices were down. And then Biden comes in, and all of a sudden everything goes up. So everybody thinks that because Trump did this before, it's going to happen again if it gets in. Well,
okay,
not
so
necessarily.
Is that just a cycle? Like, for example, Jimmy Carter was not one of the most popular presidents ever.
Well, he's more popular now. He's probably
because of the Home for Habitat, and of course now he's has cancer and
he's still hanging on.
And he's still hanging on. He's literally on hospice, but not going anywhere. He's a tough bird, man.
Yeah.
So,
all those peanuts he ate.
Could be a lot of protein, a lot of peanut oil.
Yeah.
But he just was not a popular president, right?
No.
Okay. So what happened after that? We had Reagan.
Yeah.
Right? Very popular.
Yeah.
Right? And things kind of came back, but is that because just the whole thing is cyclical?
Yeah.
Because then you look at things started to downturn a little bit. Then who came in? Clinton.
Yeah.
All right. And then there was an uptick again.
Bush. When the Bush came
and then
in.
Bush, but Halliburton, so it goes round and round and round and round. And I just think, I just think you see that with anybody, whether it's Republican or Democrat, and I think Trump got in when there was an uptick, and maybe he changed a few things. Yeah, fine. But what goes up must come down. Look at real estate values.
They're up there now.
Yeah, but they're going to come down.
Yeah.
That's
the sad thing, because now you've got people buying houses and they're actually buying them over the asking prices because they're so rare. So now they're going to have, mortgages that are like,
right.
$2,000, $2,500 a month. And then all of a sudden the prices, if the market takes a hit and the price of houses come down, your house ain't going to be worth a crap.
I mean, our mortgage thankfully is lower than a lot of people's rents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Brad says, tired of seeing people who are 70 years old say it all the time, have to break that old generation to the new generation. You have to be 35 to be present. I want to see youth. I've said that about town here. You got the old money and the new money.
Mm-hmm.
And right now it's teetering back and forth. Who wants control? Who's going to get control?
Yep.
And the new money, or the new generation, is starting to gain momentum, but they need to put more people on, like, in local boards and run for local positions.
But they don't have time. They don't want to.
Right.
Not interested.
There's
look at all the boards in town. How many young people are on the boards?
There's less urgency. There's less urgency. Even look at so let's think about Griswold High School for a minute, right?
Yep.
And I'm not talking about the high school itself. I'm talking about the parking lot.
Yep.
All right. So the parking lot every single year is packed during the school day with students' cars. You could not get a parking spot, period. You couldn't. I drove through there the other day, right in the middle of school before it was out. Barely half the lot was full. And I think that right there speaks strictly to the fact that there's no urgency to get a driver's license. There's no urgency to get a car now, maybe later. I know a lot of kids that have waited till they're 18 to get their driver's license.
That's true.
When I was 15, I was like salivating to get my license. I'm 16. I'm going to get my license. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore.
No.
It is not like that anymore at all.
No. A lot of kids wait till they're 18.
So, yeah, I mean, I really am looking. I'm like, there's like half the lot is full. There are more students at Griswold than ever with sending town kids, right? From kids from other towns.
Yeah.
But no, the parking lot is not full. Brad says, make living affordable and stand up to other countries without sending billions to other countries. Focus on America. So should we be sending 25 billion to the Ukraine in aid? No, I'm asking you. Do you agree that because there's a package right now for
more
25 billion to go to the Ukraine for aid?
Unfortunately, that's the way this country is. They give money abroad rather than take care of the people within the country.
Yeah. What about the homeless people here?
Correct.
What?
They're not doing anything. Not a thing. Nothing. They don't care about them.
What about the veterans?
They're taking a big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many veterans are on the street? A lot.
Yes, sir.
They don't care about them.
No, I know.
No.
But I'm just saying.
Because I don't know.
Well, we can send $25 billion to another country.
Yeah.
To help them out.
Yeah. The Ukraine thing right now is questionable only because of all the stuff that's going on with Biden and his son and Ukraine and all this other stuff. So a lot of people are questioning.
Biden's son just got indicted.
Yeah, what the hell is that all about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why people are questioning this. And the guy's coming over here again. He's coming back to the States. I don't know if he's here now or he's coming back over. Now he wants something else.
Yeah. So Brad says, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Lots of kids making irresponsible decisions. Irresponsible or irrational? Why?
Yeah,
because they'll get away with it. Because there's no repercussions.
There's no accountability of it.
There's no accountability.
Yeah, anything they do wrong, they just get a slap on the hand and right back out again. Because we don't have our rules are too easy on kids that, look at who the hell you think is stealing all the damn cars?
Good morning, Chris. He says completely different than people were ripped out of their homes due to war, not homeless for any other reasons. No, I'm talking about the homeless people here. I'm not talking about the homeless people in the Ukraine. Yeah. See, my stance about sending that I'm. Okay, I don't think we should be sending $25 billion to the Ukraine because I think we should be spend $25 million to us here.
Billion.
A billion?
Yeah, 25 billion. That's like
I said 25 billion.
I thought you said million.
No.
Oh, all right.
Let's see. Hold on.
Play that tape back. Oh well.
So where are the other countries? Why does it got to be us? Everybody here is suffering because of the amount of money that we don't have that we're sending there.
Right.
Why? To piss Russia off.
There's got to be.
That's a game.
It's a game.
We're not sending them money because we're being good guys. We're sending them money because we're trying to piss Russia off.
There's something behind the scenes that the American people are not aware of why this is all going on.
Yeah.
There's always something there that the reason they're doing it. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So, the homeless thing is we need the money here. We need it for veterans. We need the homeless people here. We need the money to help battle drug addiction. Those kind of things keep our people alive. But but apparently Zelensky's more important.
What are they doing with all the migrants that are coming in? Getting free cell phones, getting this, getting that.
Yeah.
Now they want to put them on free health care.
Why can't Ukraine defend Ukraine? Yeah. It's not the U.S.'s responsibility to supply all of our weapons, making ourselves vulnerable.
Yeah.
Hashtag Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah. That's another blooper.
Yeah.
Blooper that
20 happened. Years. What happened? Nothing.
Not a thing. And then he gave them all our weapons.
20 years, and we couldn't take out a little faction.
Same thing would happen with Russia. Russia spent all that time there too. They walked away.
Chris says, I don't agree. Too many Americans worried about everything everyone else is doing. There was a time when all we minded our business and it was a better place to be. And Brad says, kind of like climate change, Paul. We sent millions to Paris, to the Paris Treaty Accord, but no other country sent much money, especially China, who leads the world in global production.
I mean, that's the issue, is we're so environmentally concerned in this country, but there's a lot of countries that could care less. Where do you think all that crap is going? It's going up in the atmosphere, so we can do all we want to protect us, protect around us, but not other people aren't doing it. What the hell good is it?
Well, U.S. has always been world police.
I know we're always trying to be
Team America, world police.
Yeah, well, eventually it's not going to be us. We're going to go down to number 2.
Chris,
number
your
3.
opinion is always welcome.
Yeah.
That's what this show's about, man.
Yeah.
Everybody has an opinion, and then everybody is worthy to express their opinion. We don't.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We don't poo-poo anybody.
Nope.
Yep. That has an opinion. We may not agree. I may not agree. There are many things that Paul will agree with that I don't, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But we're not going to go ahead and, we'll just go ahead and. I
hope you like my tumbler.
Oh, your tumbler is beautiful.
This is my tumbler.
That's the new 12-ounce green.
It's a new tumbler I came out with. It's called Green Mountain. It's not metal. You can't get your hand in it. You can get it out right away. It keeps your coffee warm, and you get a free one when you buy a coffee.
Yes.
And you get a cap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't get a straw though.
No, I don't need a straw. Yeah. No, so that's my tumbler.
No, Chris, you're right. We all can agree to disagree and still play in this and still be friends. We can all play in the same sandbox.
Yeah, as long as the
cats, we should be able to.
As long as the cats didn't get in here before we did.
That's a litter box, Paul.
Yeah, that's right. That's a litter box.
And that's something a lot about.
Yeah.
How did Kitty Harbor's big shindig go?
I guess they went well.
Yeah.
It was not a bad day. It was
the weather was beautiful for it.
Yeah, it was a little windy, but other than that, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Autumn is starting to come in a little bit. It's like, where the hell did summer go?
Yeah, well, I thought when's the 21st? I thought summer started or fall started on the 21st. Today's the 18th, so I thought, but somebody said it was Saturday, so I don't know. I thought it was the 21st.
Yeah, Chris sent that to me. I caught that you had said that the other day, and I didn't speak to it. I don't know. I just may have flaked out, but yeah, he's his son's going to be big time famous someday. Let me tell you, he's already getting there.
Yeah,
Chris Jr. He did a short film. And he'll send it. Good. I want to see it. I love that kid. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
And most people in town, are familiar with, he's a tiny guy.
Yeah.
He's got big, beautiful hair. It's huge. And but he's just it's funny because when he was playing basketball as an 8th grader, and he would just swerve in and out of everybody because they couldn't find him because he was so short. But I would just say he's just a dirty, dirty, dirty player because he would just steal the ball. He's a good kid too. So. He's a good boy. He's always very polite.
Yeah,
he's very polite too.
Yeah.
Wonder where that comes from. Must be mom and dad.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. There's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah.
Disrespectful is as disrespectful does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get him in here too. We'd have to lower the microphones though. I tease him, but he's a great athlete. Yeah. He's got the look. There are some kids that just have it.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is it? It just is.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. So
yeah,
it's good to see a local kid, with that. So, and actually going to do something with it.
Oh, that's good.
So,
yeah.
So anyway, so who's going to run for president? Who do we want?
Don't know.
Who's going to come in at the last minute? Who? I mean, you must have names or something.
I don't have any names.
That.
If I knew, I'd be. I don't have any clue. I don't follow.
You follow it more than you let on.
Well, I'm not following at the national level who's going to run. I have no clue. I got to. I don't know. I'm not paying much attention. I'm not paying much attention to the Republican. After they come up with who's running against who, then I'll worry about it. But right now, there's too many candidates out there. I don't know.
So they'll whittle themselves down.
Oh, they'll whittle themselves down.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, pay homage to some of our local supporters that support what we do here and with our sports broadcast. We certainly hope that you go ahead and patronize these local businesses. So we'll be back in a minute right here on SNSN.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns.
Are you tired of resetting passwords, getting locked out of websites, and listening to hold music for days? Do you really think 15 minutes is enough time to spend ensuring your biggest investments? The Burns Agency is here to help with in-person real-time customer care for all your insurance needs. Buy better with the Burns Agency for auto, home, business, and life.
Right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
My name's Rich Grabowski. I am the Democratic nominee for the position of selectman here in Griswold for the coming election on November 7th.
And I'm Tina Falk, candidate for first selectman for the town of Griswold, endorsed by the Democratic Town Committee. We are committed to easing stress on Griswold's children, family, and seniors by working hard to obtain development, grants, and fiscal responsibility.
We are the team that will restore unity in our community.
And most of all, don't forget to vote on November 7th.
Paid for by the Griswold Democratic Town Committee, Linda Cody, Treasurer.
With a fast pay or easy pay refinance mortgage from Jewett City Savings Bank, you may be able to lower your rate or shorten your term, saving you money over the life of your loan. To give your current mortgage a refresh, stop by your nearest branch or visit us at jcsbank.com to apply online. We make that fast and easy too. Jewett City Savings Bank. Your life, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
So thank you for taking a listen to some of our supporter messages. We have many others as well, like Winton Automotive on North Main Street here in Jewett City, Griswold Dental on Slater Avenue, Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, Griswold Pride, and many others. Most of them are supporting our sports broadcasts, which is really what we do. 90% of the time, this right here is just fun. And it's just kind of like community chat,
Right.
That we do, an hour every day,
Right.
And try to bring some sort of information to folks, on a daily basis. So I just want to kind of switch gears. Let's see. Trump is leading, isn't he? Unfortunately, yes.
He is leading. Yeah, that's what, well, he can be president from what, federal prison?
Huh?
He can be president from federal prison.
He's not going to jail.
Yeah.
He's not, neither is Hunter Biden. So,
Yeah.
Let's see. Chris says, "Hey, Kanye." Laughing emoji.
Oh.
He puts. Go ahead, girl. Get down. Go ahead, girl. Get down. I don't know. That'll be his Yeezy 2024. So, I want to get into, out of this, but I want to get into something that happened locally, and it happened to us, and it was terrifying.
Uh-oh.
There's no punchline.
Right.
You'd think there would be a punchline coming. What night was it? Was it Friday night? Friday night. We everybody kind of went to bed. Cameron was in bed. Samantha had just gotten home at about late, whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting your personal calls today, Paul?
United Kingdom.
They're looking for Grant.
Who the hell's coming calling me from England?
Huh?
United Kingdom.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't like the show. So anyway, at about 1:45 or so in the morning, there is... Now, I slept through this whole thing. There was a young girl that was on our doorstep.
Really?
Hitting the Ring camera. This is serious, so just so you know. She hit the Ring camera, and I still have the recording of it. And she's terrified, and she's going, "Help me, help me!" And she's saying that somebody was following her. And I'm watching the video the next day, and it was something straight out of Halloween. Something straight out of the movie Halloween. I'm not even kidding you. It was chilling. This girl had complete and utter terror in her voice and in her face. We had a garden troll on the front steps, from doing gardening. She picked it up, and she's like, "Help me." And she's rattling the door, trying to get in and all this stuff. And anyway, she did that for about 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. It wasn't as long as people think, but she was just frantic.
Wow.
I'd never seen a young girl this.
What time was this?
It was about, close to 2 a.m.
What the hell was a young girl doing out at 2 a.m.?
Not sure. So then, there was two cars that were passing by, and she ran out there, tried to stop. Nobody would stop and help her. Not one person would help her. I didn't hear it. Otherwise, I would have, whatever. And I'm not saying that but whatever. But two cars and nothing.
Well, you got to think of you got somebody running out that's kind of cuckoo looking at you.
She wasn't looking cuckoo.
I know, but she running after you at 2 o'clock in the morning, you kind of say, what the hell's that all about? You don't
She wasn't even 16.
Oh.
She was 15.
Oh. Carjacking is the way it happened today.
She's sitting there going, "Help me, help me, help me." People are driving by.
Yeah.
What have we become?
Well, that's what we've become.
Right?
Because of what happens in the world today. What happens not only in the world, but what happens around. People try to help people. All of a sudden, they're getting carjacked.
I feel horrible that I didn't hear it. I guess the dogs were barking. I didn't even hear that. I was zonked. I was out.
Yeah.
Melissa said she heard the dogs barking, but she just figured, because the dogs bark sometimes.
Yeah. Wow.
I didn't find out about it until Samantha said the next day, said there was somebody at our door, or whatever. Yeah. And I said to Sam, I said, "Why did you not come get me?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Because I was terrified."
They call 911.
And I guess she was. And Sam was just terrified.
They call,
So, and I'm sure she was.
Well, because you don't know.
You don't know. So anyway, this young lady actually walked up my street about 3 more houses, and there was somebody that was awake, and they came out and helped her. And they called the police, and there was somebody following her.
Really?
He was hiding in the bushes.
No kidding.
Carrying 2 buckets. Don't know why.
2 buckets.
I have no idea. I don't know I don't know the significance.
Wow.
But she's a young girl, just a baby. You know, why she was out at that time, and I can't answer that. You know, it's not for me to say. But the bottom line is, it could have happened at 8:00 at night. You know, have some creeper following her.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
But the guy got arrested, and this girl is now going to remember that for the rest of her.
Oh, I agree, but you know, that's why. I mean, look what happens. Look what's happened over the past year, where people have gone up to the wrong door.
Melissa just said, she goes, huge apologies, because she's listening right now.
Yeah.
She goes, and I feel horrible too that I wasn't. She goes, huge apologies to this little girl that we didn't wake up. I'm so sorry she went through all of that. It was terrifying. I feel awful she went through that. And she came to our house looking for help.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she was going to anybody's house looking for help.
Yeah,
but we had our light on outside, so.
Yeah. But the other thing that's just kind of scary is look how many kids have gotten shot as a result of going to the wrong house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erica says, too many stories of girls being used to stop people and then men jump out, unfortunately.
That's what I mean. That's what's happening. Yeah.
So this dude got arrested.
Oh, he did.
Oh, yeah. They found him in the bushes. State police found him in the bushes. Like I said, he was carrying 2 buckets. That's the only thing I know about that. So, anywho.
Wow.
But, I mean, folks, I don't know if you see a young girl or whatever, and I get it, you know, take your car keys that are probably in your purse or your pocket, take a key and kind of like poke it out through here so you got something to hit somebody with if you want to. That's what I do in case, you know, I mean, I've been through the park walking the dogs at night, and there's some kind of creepy looking people, creepy looking to me.
Yeah.
You know, you think, what are they doing?
Yeah.
You know, so I will take my keys and I'll show you. And I know, you know, people go, I'll just have my gun. You know, I'll take my keys and I'll hold like this. You see that? So I can boom or whatever. That'll hurt more than a knuckle.
You keyed him.
Keyed him.
Didn't kill him. You keyed him.
No. So, yeah.
That's kind of scary.
Right. So, I mean, if you're that worried, then protect yourself, but try to, you know, I mean, and then look, she's a 15-year-old.
Yeah, but
if it was wide open and stuff like that, you crack your window, right?
Yeah.
And you look around, you tell the kid to get in, we'll take you to the police. But as soon as you see somebody run it, you take off.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I just think there's.
I mean, you don't know what was on the people's minds in the cars.
Huh?
You don't know. You know, were they
There
women?
were 2 cars.
Were they women?
Cars.
Were they men? You know.
I'd like to think that people are inherently good.
Well, I think a lot of people are. Good.
But how afraid of society are you when a 15-year-old girl, obviously a child, comes up and says, I need help. I need help. I need help. And then you take off. Then you find something literally happened to this young girl. Don't you feel like shit the next day?
Of course.
Because you could have helped.
Right.
We feel bad enough as it is that we didn't wake up.
Yeah.
But luckily she had she got some help by the Marquis family.
Yeah.
So
but
good job, you guys.
Unfortunately,
helping her out.
That's the society we live in today.
That's what sucks.
That's it.
That never would have happened in 1985.
Nope. Never would have.
Nope. We're so paranoid as a society that we're worried about a 15-year-old girl that's going to go.
But did they know it was a 15-year-old girl?
If you looked at her, you'd know she was a kid.
No.
She was a kid.
No. No.
So.
Well, I would question too. I hope the cops question why she was out at 2 a.m.
Okay, that comes later, but let's get her home, calm her down.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Did she sneak out of the house? Who the hell knows?
Is if she was lying in a pool of blood, would that be what mattered? No, but no. Would that be what mattered?
No.
No. No.
No.
So, Brad, you're absolutely right. She used her surroundings, found a Ring camera, which is what we have. Smart decisions as a 15-year-old. Because she did. She got in the camera and she said, look, this is what I look like. This is exactly what she said.
Oh.
She was very, very smart, yet terrified all to hell. And Brad says, Paul, that has no merit. What you just said about people being, he's jumping on your shiznit.
Well, I would like to know what the hell this guy would like to do.
What would you have done?
I don't know. I don't know what I would have done for a decision.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't answer that because I don't know. I don't know the situation.
I would have protected myself and then got out of the car and to find out what was going on.
Yeah,
and then if some creeper is like coming up the road, guess what? And they're carrying a bucket. Guess what? They don't have a gun in their hand. They got buckets. I'm hitting them in the forehead.
Hindsight's always 20/20. It's always after the fact that we're going to do this.
I know.
You don't know what the situation was. You don't know what people drove by, what they were thinking. You don't know.
Brad does say, because you don't know until you're in that situation.
Right. And when you don't know why the people made the decision to drive on. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what they were thinking.
So anyway.
But I'm going to say it's a society today that causes people to act the way they do.
Yes. Like I said, it wouldn't have happened 40 years ago.
Never
would
would
have
have
happened
happened
30 years ago.
Never would have happened that way. No.
Brad says, lady on the ground on Slater Avenue a few days ago questioned what I was going to do. I don't know. Warrant the risk.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Don't know.
So anyway.
I mean, you don't know how you're going to react.
The poor kid, Melissa goes, she said, and this is true. She goes, the poor kid had no shoes on because she threw them down. She was thrown by the guy.
Wow.
And she also threw her backpack so she could run. It was obvious from the camera she needed help. Now, I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to use her likeness or anything like that because she's a minor. You know.
Yeah. No, that's beside.
Brad says he did stop but took precautions. He was defensive. You know, with the lady that was down on Slater Avenue.
Yeah.
So, anyway. So, enlightening.
Well, that's a surprise.
What's that?
What happened?
She go home.
I know, but it's a surprise that Jewett City. You got the situation going on.
I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised?
No. Not at all. I'm not surprised that it happened here or Attawagan or Putnam or London. There are people out there that are just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cindy says, also hard to say how old those driving the cars that didn't stop were too. I know there's a lot of variables, but you figure out if
it could have been women.
cars.
Could have been women. Women aren't going to, I mean, they're scared for themselves as well. I mean, they don't know.
Or says, if that was my daughter, I would hope someone would have stopped to help her.
Of course. But again, you don't know what was, you don't know at 2:00 in the morning, you don't know what those people driving by, what they were thinking.
And Brad does say, now Brad does have a lot of experience when it comes to this kind of stuff from what he does for a profession in working with kids. But someone doesn't know driving by, and at 2 a.m., kids are kids sometimes. And that's where it becomes in the gray. Concerning, but. So he's right. There is a lot of gray area there. What do you do? What do you do in that moment?
Right.
But I'm telling you, if you saw this young girl in the camera on our doorstep.
Well, you got to remember, these people didn't see the young girl in your camera. They saw some girl running up to their car, screaming at them, telling them, they don't know.
Jennifer says, I'm guessing that if it was 2 a.m., which it was, that those driving may have been enjoying libations and did not want to stop in an effort to keep themselves from getting into any trouble themselves.
That's possible too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's possible. Yeah.
Brad says it's difficult. Got to be in the moment. To be fair, I'm not waking up either. We didn't wake up because he didn't want to help. I just woke up because I didn't wake up because that's that. When I'm sleeping, forget it. I'm clinically dead.
Yeah.
So
Well,
try to wake me up in the morning. Right, Melissa?
well, I'm glad everything turned out all right. I mean,
Yeah, all's well that ends well. And
yeah,
she did make it home. State police did take her home.
yeah.
They did find this guy, this creeper in the bushes.
Was he an older person or younger?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know. I actually put in for a police report.
Oh, did you?
So yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Megan from downstairs says, as someone that was at your house moments before this, I will say there was some interesting people put there that night. I would be scared too. First thing I said, Samantha said she was terrified. And
Well, because people were banging on her door. She didn't know either.
Sure, of course she
didn't know.
Because I asked her, I said, why didn't you come get me? And she said, because I was terrified. I didn't question her.
Yeah, because she didn't know the
question her at all.
individual
Sure.
banging on the door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can understand her point.
So,
Yeah.
I think we feel bad because we didn't wake up. The dogs are barking. I didn't even hear the dogs. Melissa heard the dogs. So, but that was something that happened over our weekend. I don't blame Sam at all, which I said earlier.
Yeah.
Because she was just terrified.
Of course. Because she didn't
Being
know.
a young lady.
Well, yeah.
And that, like, who's at my door?
Why is she banging on the door? She trying to break in? You don't know. You don't know.
No, you don't.
No, she can understand her part too.
Yeah.
Especially when they're not used to things like that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I'm just glad she got home.
Yeah.
And she's safe, and hopefully she won't go out at 2:00 in the morning anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Or walk home from a friend at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So, regardless what the real story is and why she was out, this incident happened, scared the bejesus out of her.
That won't happen
And
again.
I'm hoping that it scared. I'm hoping it scared her enough to not to do this again.
Yeah.
So, because now you're playing with real life stuff here.
And you don't know who the hell is out there at that time of night, whether it's a homeless person or whatever. You don't know who's walking the streets.
You don't.
You just don't know.
You don't. You're right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's sad, but then again, like I said, she's home and she made it okay.
And it's even dangerous for young girls to be driving on the road at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
And I will give the community kudos on one. Melissa, what she did is she screen captured the pictures of this girl. She did put it up. And now I crap on Grizzled Now all the time. She did. And this is what I think Grizzled Now is good for. It's community stuff. She put the 2 pictures up, said, do you know this, is this girl? Can anybody identify her, what it was? Please PM me. Don't comment, just PM me, because we didn't want to, she didn't. Melissa was smart about this. Yeah. And then as soon as she was identified, it was one of the teachers that saw that and said she was one of my students, blah, 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 the previous year. Yeah. And then as soon as that happened and we found out what happened, Melissa took the post down because it was over. We didn't need to showcase.
Yep.
We wanted to make sure she was home okay. So, so Melissa did the right thing, I think. Should have. Then her next post was, "What's the oil prices?" Megan says, "As a 23-year-old girl, I'm always checking my car at night for trafficking symbols."
Should be.
Yeah,
it's a smart move.
Yeah,
because you don't know.
It sucks that these young ladies have to keep this in the back of their mind.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
true. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. Megan, if anything happens and Logan's not around, come over. I'll kick some ass. Tell me to come over. I'll be there.
No, that's a good point.
I'll bring Paul. I'll bring Paul with me.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll just. What the hell am I going to do?
You can stand and watch. Tell everybody it was self-defense. It was self-defense, really. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
You're going to sumo wrestle them?
Yeah.
So I say I'll do something kind, and she starts with the fat jokes.
Oh, wow. I can picture you in a diaper. The cloth one yet.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let me tell you something. It's what people don't realize, as far as like grappling is concerned. Sure, you can. Sumo wrestling is just pushing people around.
Yeah.
No, you get behind someone, you put them in a hammerlock, rear naked choke, and you threaten to rip their shoulder off. I had this one guy one time in high school, and I did. I put him in a chicken wing kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you know what really gets him is when you are very calm about it.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, if you continue to move, then you're going to feel your shoulder tear. Guess what? He stopped.
Yeah.
So, almost knocked my ex out with a metal black magic bat when he came early, home early from, I'm assuming, work or something.
Yeah.
Or a date.
I mean, there's a situation with the bat. I mean, look.
Yeah.
Just look at the people that get shot through the door. We had some kid that was, he was from Connecticut. Where the hell was he? I think it was in South Carolina or North Carolina. He went to the wrong door by accident and he got killed.
Yeah.
Guy shot him through the door because it was in the middle of the night. It was the wrong house.
Yeah.
So in today's world, man, you don't know. Yeah.
And if you honestly, why do you think they teach self-defense? I mean, yes, self-defense sometimes is get your pistol permit, but a lot of times is like they'll teach you how to like jujitsu, how to grapple.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you right now, you put a wrestler against a boxer, that boxer loses all day. Because all you got to do is take him down.
Yeah.
You take him down and get behind him.
Yeah, it's done.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, you're right.
Because them guys are a bunch of pusswads, and they're not doing anything. They're going, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't have been doing that. Yeah. You're gonna feel your labrum tear just a little bit. You're gonna call 911 on your own phone with your free hand. If you don't, rip.
That was surprising too. She didn't have a phone. A 15-year-old without a phone.
Maybe it was in her backpack that she threw.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
You're
right, because
usually
that's like glued right to their hand.
Again, we weren't in the moment, so we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know the situation.
Yeah,
we don't
you're
know
right.
If she had a phone.
No, maybe she didn't have one.
So.
Yeah, you're right.
Brad says people are more guarded these days. Cameras, weapons are so unpredictable. That is so true.
Yeah.
That correlates to why people are defensive about helping. One wrong decision, you're done or subjected to a lawsuit. Society has changed. Yeah. There's so many variables. It's like that's and you have to make those snap decisions within a second.
Yeah.
Am I going to help? Am I not going to help? And all of these variables, you have to, deduce them in your head of what do I do right now?
Yeah.
Because you don't know who's coming. Or a knife.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
No, you're right. I don't disagree.
So, yeah. Anyway. All right, Paul.
Time to go.
Yeah. Interesting conversation. We started talking about, I don't even know. That's what happens in the show. We start here and end up over here somewhere, and we don't even know how we got there.
That's a good point.
The bottom line is that we just want to facilitate conversation, with the general public to get what people's thoughts are, genuinely.
Right.
which I think we do in here.
Right.
And Scott says, like I said, instinctual, and you're absolutely right. I agree with you 150% there. It is, you have to, I think, just rely on your instincts. But
yeah.
So yeah, I enjoy. I think you do too. Otherwise, you wouldn't show up. Like trying to go ahead and just facilitate conversation, find out what people want to talk about, what's relevant to them, and that's good. And honestly, if you have a subject or something that you want to talk about, or if there is a guest that you would like us to try to get in, so we could have a conversation, PM me. Send me an email at mike@snsnonline.com. There's many ways to contact me. You can text me. I had the text number on the screen for months, so which is 591-9664. 591-9664. 860-591-9664. 867-5309.
Sure.
I don't know.
Better look it up.
I don't freaking remember. Oh, you know what? Now you're gonna make me look it up. I'm pretty sure it's 591. Let's see here.
Oh my God!
God, you're making me do this. I'll try. I'd rather be. All right, here we go. You can text me. I don't want that.
Yep.
At 860-591-9664.
There you go.
So there you go. And and anything, anything that you feel is relevant or to our community in Eastern Connecticut, or something that you just find interesting and cool that you want to talk about, let us know. We'll be glad to do whatever we can to bring that conversation to all of us. He says, let's bring Tina and Wayne. I'm sure you have the plan already. You bet.
Yeah, a little early.
You bet. It is a little early.
Too early.
But they've both been notified that we're going to have them on separately. Janice Steinhagen has already been notified of a debate. Both candidates have gone ahead and agreed to debating one another. So that's coming up. We're still in September.
Yeah, it's kind of early.
We will be doing the one-on-one interviews in October. And depending on what happens, we may even do second interviews individually towards the very beginning of November.
Yeah.
So never too early. You're right. It is never too early. That's why we go ahead and we hate to say it. We tell the candidates to go ahead and purchase campaigns, so that way they can talk a little bit about what they want to do. You can't learn that from a road sign. Just can't.
The trouble going too early is people forget.
That's the other thing too.
People forget.
A lot of times people make their decision on who they're going to vote on when they're at the poll.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of early ballot. There's a lot of early.
It is too early.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know when the, you can put in your ballot early now, early voting.
Yeah.
So you may want to make sure you do it at least before that whole thing is due.
Yeah. So I know Wayne knows he's coming back in.
Yeah.
He's already said that he won. That's great. Tina knows she'll be back in as well.
Yep.
And then there's the debate. So at a minimum, we're going to have the candidates in once each separately, and also for a debate.
Is it going to be just the selectman category, or is it going to be all of the?
No, it's going to be just the first selectman candidates so far. But we are going to have a studio audience.
You are.
We are going to have a studio audience.
So where's that going to? So it's
right here in the conference room.
Oh, in the conference room.
Yep. So we are going to have a studio audience for And it's not everyone is going to be able to attend. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
So, all right, Brad, have a great day.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So a little bit more on that as we go. We're even going to have people that are going to be on the they're on the ballot in Lisbon for the Board of Education.
Oh,
I guess there's some people there that are real fired up about what's going on with the Board of Education in Lisbon.
wow.
And they're not happy about it. And there's a few ladies that are like really gung ho, and we've already been contacted. They want to come on the show once.
Wow.
And so that'll be coming up as well. So
Wow.
we're gonna be smack dab in the middle of political season. So careful what you wish for, because there'll be a lot of it. So anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. I don't know if we're having a Wassilick tomorrow. Couldn't tell you.
Don't know.
They're world travelers. You may get a call from me tonight at 9.
Oh.
Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us right here on SNSN.
It all the time. I love to support local business. Look to a business that also supports the community in return. If you're looking for both of these qualifications, then Winton Automotive on North Main Street, Jewett City should be your choice for auto repair. Ken Winton is local but supports local teams all year long. From oil changes to engine repair, Winton Automotive can do it all. Find them on Facebook or go to a youth sporting event and you'll probably see Winton Automotive on somebody's jersey. Winton Automotive, North Main Street, Jewett City, proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics.
Hi, I'm Miranda Mahoney from Grizzle Pride. Are you a current substance user or care about someone who is? We are losing more and more people every day. It's time we started using new ideas and resources to keep our loved ones alive. You can keep you or your loved one alive by never using alone, carrying Narcan, and using fentanyl testing strips. Grizzle Pride and Matt's Mission are here to support all of you. Using harm reduction supplies can and will keep you alive. Contact us on our websites or social media, grizzlepride.org and mattsmission.net. Remember, you're not.
It's safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.